Welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, August 14th. I'm your host, Bree Cox Kennedy. I know you're probably expecting my co-host, Michael Taylor. He's out for this week, so I'll be filling in. It's always great to have you join us in the morning so I can help you figure out what is going on in your village. On today's show, we have a GRF update with President Allison Bach and Director Egon Garthofner. They're going to be talking to us about gate automations throughout the entire village. So you're going to want to tune in for that. Some future planning is happening now. But first, folks, we want to keep you informed. Staying informed about wildlife preparedness just got a whole lot easier. A brand new flyer is now available with vital safety information in Chinese, English, Farsi, Korean, and Spanish, all made possible by generous resident and village management services volunteers who provided translations. Just click on the language you prefer to get the flyer and make sure you and your loved ones are ready with the latest wildfire safety tips. Stay safe, stay prepared, and for more village news, click on What's Up in the Village on the LagunaWoodsVillage.com website. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast, folks. Morning fog, here we go again. I feel like a broken record. It'll burn off into hazy sunshine and a high near 78 degrees, cooling around 65 overnight this evening. Friday also stays on the cooler side, topping out at 76 under breaking morning clouds. Saturday's going to bring crisp blue skies, hopefully, with a high of about 75. And then come Sunday, things are going to warm up again a little bit into the balmy 79 degrees with sunshine and lows in the mid-60s. Hopefully, we'll be breaking out of this pattern by Monday, but we'll keep an eye on it, and of course, we will let you know. Sunrise this morning was at 6:12 a.m. Sunset will be at 7:37 p.m. Who can tell me where Barbara's Lake is? I think Linda Rogers might. Beautiful photo. Looks like a serene, probably walk around the lake. I'd like to see your photos also. Please send those to us. Please email those to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the photo was taken from, and in a horizontal format, please. We've got just a couple of meetings to tell you about, and after the break, GRF update. Stay with us.
Do you or your loved ones want to continue living at home safely, but are starting to see signs of Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's, maybe it's recent strokes or falls? Having a caregiver at home can be the best way to keep you in home safely. Home Helpers has been providing caregivers for over 25 years. Call us today or join us at Laguna Cafe for free pie and coffee, and we'll answer your questions about caregiving. It's the first Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m., and space goes quickly, so RSVP now.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are going to talk about gates and gate automation. Might not sound too important, but I think after hearing the viewpoints of our GRF members, Allison Bach, President, and Egon Garthofner, Secretary of the Board, you're going to tell us all about your ideas and plans for the future. Welcome, you two.
Oh, thank you,
Good
Bree.
morning. Nice to be here.
Nice to be here with you.
Nice to see you again. I love this topic. I think it's a fantastic one.
Well, it certainly affects everyone.
Absolutely.
And especially in our community that is so busy. On a rolling year basis, going back a year, we've had over 10 million accesses through our gates into our community. And we're actually just as busy as John Wayne Airport.
Is that
Isn't that,
right?
isn't that
Wow,
amazing?
when you break it down like that, it really
Right.
makes a lot of sense,
Right.
doesn't it?
Exactly. I feel someday like I'm responsible for at least 25 of those gate accesses per day as I go in and out. But they count everything, not only residents coming in, but guests, work people, staff, and so on. So that's a lot of people in and out of those gates that are not fully automated, hence the program.
Okay, well, let's dive into that.
Yeah.
Egon, what do you have for me?
We'd like to go into the history a little bit of Laguna Woods. Actually, more correctly, Leisure World didn't have any gates when they were first formed.
None at all.
None at all.
Free access.
And it appears that gates appeared around the year 2000, give or take. And what happened there was they had planned to automate them at that time, and those plans fell through. So they opted for having attendants at the gates instead. And so that's where that began. Then all we had is we had stickers in the cars on the windshield, and people would wave them through. And so we went to this RFID system with the gate arms and everything. We did that starting in about 2019. Okay.
We have an interesting map of the gates. There they are, circled in red.
Okay.
How many gates do we have?
Well, we have 12 gates that access the community, and then we have two that go, one that goes into golf, and the other one goes into Clubhouse 7. That's not attended. The one in golf is attended. The one in golf is not going to be affected by our program, we think, ever, because it's always going to have that one-off where people have to be checked into if they're guests of golfers or so.
We also have one gate, gate 4, that is exit only,
Yes.
which is kind of peculiar. It's down there on the lower right-hand side of the map. You can see that a lot of the gates are paired off El Toro, 1 and 5, and then farther down we have another pair of 10 and 14, Egon, over there. So yes, access is very important, not only for members coming in and out and for work people, but also emergency services, fire and emergency. So yes, these gates are extremely important. People want to get in and they want to get out. They want to get in safely. They also want to know who's coming in.
Right.
Hence the automation idea.
So with the new gates and the automations in the gates, is it going to be a type of sticker where you put it on the front of the car where there's a sensor that reads the sticker?
Let me go into that.
Please.
So where we are right now, we have RFID stickers on the headlights of the cars, and they automatically will activate the arm to come up. With this new system, we're not going to change anything for the members. Okay, visitors will be given a code by their friends, the members, so that they can enter, or if you have a maid or something, you can give that code to them and they can enter. That way, visitors won't have to call all the time. They will be given a permanent code. I have, for example, a code for an in-law in Rancho Santa Margarita, so we see them maybe Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't have to call anybody and say, please open up for me. I just go there, punch in my gate, and it's good for however long the person keeps that. So nothing, for the members, nothing will change. You won't be confronted by any new technology. What we want to do is we want to continue to keep the community secure, but we need to make some savings. When we put the original automated system in, we didn't get any savings at all. Right now it's costing us over $2 million a year to run the gates, and we want to cut that way back.
That's a very significant amount of the budget.
I was going to say,
Yes,
what will it cut
is.
it back to? Do you know?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know yet because this is
We're going to do
planned.
a step at a time, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's a plan that's still in development. We're doing the research, and eventually it'll move on to other stages of development, including writing up an RFP based on the design, putting that out for bids, and then selecting the best one, the usual process for procurement. And so that's way down the line. But right now, we're getting the idea out that this is a project that's very worth doing. It will save a lot of money. It will pencil back its benefits very quickly, and it will improve the experience our members have. They won't have to call or go online to gate access and say, oh, I'm having some company come, or somebody's delivering a sofa for me, and I think his name is John. And anyway, it's kind of an awkward system right now to get visitors clocked in. This way, people just need to give their code to their visitors, and the visitors will enter it and gain access to the community. It can be much faster.
And I think it'll be much more efficient and
at the gates.
Give people, the residents, peace of mind, because I can tell you, I've had one resident leave about 8 voicemails on my desk phone here at the studio, asking me to let her son through the gate.
How are you supposed to do that?
Well, clearly it was a wrong number.
Yeah.
So I think it'll simplify the lives of the residents too.
Yes.
This whole new automation system.
Yes, it will.
Now, if you take a look at those, we have a gates right now at the Equestrian Center. This is just a gate that you drive up to and it opens. We also have a gate at the Garden Center, and the way that one works is between 2 poles that you see there. There's a car going through there right now. There's a place where you can swipe your member card and the gate opens for you. That's a swing gate. The Equestrian gate is a pull apart. And the other one they're showing is gate 14, just to show you a regular gate. Everything that's there in that gate stays. Nothing gets taken away, okay? So people will not be unfamiliar with anything that they see.
So what you're saying, Egon, is that the rest of the gates, the new proposed gates, will be much like these are?
They will have on the back side, if you go back to the other picture that we had, that's an aerial view of gate 9. Okay, on the left-hand side of that, there will be barriers that look like, exactly like the Equestrian Center, that will open and close when cars want to either leave or if they have activated the arm to come in. So there will be barriers that go all the way across that road, and we'll put on each gate, we'll put at least one pedestrian entrance also. Everything that's there, like I say, has been done either elsewhere or here. We have a pedestrian gate at the tennis club, several of them actually. So there's nothing new to this, and all of the gates are already hooked up to the computer system.
And so will the significance in savings be because you're no longer paying an attendant?
We will not have attendants there, that's correct.
Were the attendants there 24/7?
They
On
are.
some gates they are.
Okay,
yeah.
we have 7 gates that are 24-hour gates, and we have 5 gates that are less than 24 hour. They're about 16 or 17, depending on where you are. Okay?
Yeah, and we do have gate ambassadors, many people who are also residents of the village who work part-time, full-time, mainly part-time as gate ambassadors. And gradually, because we see this as a very gradual introduction of the program, starting with a pilot, for example, at gate 9. And so gradually, we will be employing fewer gate ambassadors if and when this takes effect throughout the community. And it's been a problem to keep gate ambassadors up to the required numbers. There are well over 100 gate ambassadors right now, and many of them work part-time. It's a large overhead for labor, and it's under today's budget constraints, we have to look for savings, and this could be very significant.
Wow. What are the other benefits that residents can expect to see or
that's the main one.
Yeah, money.
cost benefit?
Right.
Yeah.
They'll get exactly the same service for a little less money.
In terms of security, they're still going to feel like
Well,
no one can
the
get
gate will
past
have a
these gates.
barrier all the way across that can only be opened if you have the RFID sticker.
Yeah, or a visitor if
Or
you've
a
been
visitor,
given the
or
code.
visitor code, right,
Sure.
right.
Yeah. And actually, right now, gate ambassadors, they're good vigilantes, but that's what they are doing. They are often put in a position by visitors who get angry because they don't know the name of the person that they're going, they don't know where they're going, There's a lot of confusion, traffic gets backed up onto the highways. So the system, there's no perfect system, but the system we have does have its problems. And we're hoping that we'll not only save money here, but we will also make the whole process of gaining access a lot smoother for guests, for work people, and for our members.
And will residents be able to choose their own code, or is it one universal code that's given out?
No.
How do the codes work, Egon?
The code that I got from my friends in Rancho Santa Margarita, that's the code that they give out, and that's their code only. So also the gate knows who entered through, because it'll be unique. And realistically, you only have one code for yourself. So I would give that, to, for example, to my sons, and I would also give it to the maid that comes. And
right, so that's sort of, so each household will have their own code.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we're used to passwords, aren't we? Everything is passwords these days.
So there's nothing, I mean, this goes back 40, 50 years that we've had these things.
And so let's say a resident had a disgruntled gardener or housekeeper, you know, they were wanting to make sure that they didn't have access again.
Right.
Can the resident go in and change their code?
Yes, absolutely. Although,
They can update it.
although that'll probably be a rare occurrence.
Sure.
Yeah, it'd be pretty rare, but it could be done, sure.
Well, you know, we're encouraged to change our passwords every
Yeah,
year or
yeah.
so on
Yes.
the computer,
That's
right? So
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
And then other people like delivery, so Amazon company will get a code, the mail people will get a code, FedEx, so on and so forth.
All our VMS work people will have their codes.
Right.
Yeah, and because of the tracking that will be involved, security will know who is coming in, whose guests they are, what time in, and so on. So there can be lots of benefits downstream for
Security benefits,
for security matters.
So for the gate ambassadors now, they can just switch jobs, right? They can then just go
They're
look
all
over the
over,
log.
right.
We've had reports in the past of actually having problems finding enough people, and
Oh, yeah, right.
because like we showed with this, about 160 people.
But you're going to need somebody to oversee
Of
all of
course.
those logs, right?
Well, right now we've got security doing that in any case. So that's already being done to some extent, except you don't know exactly who's in. For example, this happened to me over Thanksgiving. I left and I came back on Friday, and Friday evening, lo and behold, somebody was parked in my underground parking space. I called security, they couldn't tell me who it was. Under this other system, they would know who pulled in there. You know, they would be able to tell who pulled in there.
Interesting.
So hopefully, I think it'll be a very smooth system. Nothing much will change, except that we'll save some money. And this is, all the board meetings we had, they always degenerate to you're spending too much. And so now we're going to try to fix some of that. One of the things that we're going to do is this. The projects will have a very short payout. For example, we pay $175,000 a year, plus a little bit more for overhead, to run a single 24-hour gate. So if we can automate that for less than $174,000, we're done. We've got a less than 1 year payout, which is a very good return.
Yeah, really pretty amazing.
Well, I know you're in the preliminary stages,
Yes,
but once you get all of the approvals, everybody's on board, what's the timeline?
Oh, gosh. Well, we would hope to have our first gate piloted in 2026. And that's, of course, just around the corner here. See how it goes. We'll have many moons ahead of time to get the design done, to get an RFP, request for proposal written, put it out for bid, get back the bidders, select one, do the contract. You know, it's a step-by-step process.
Sure.
But maybe we'll see the first ones in 2026. See how it goes, make adjustments, and then roll out.
Will you be proposing any types of design, like ornamental gates, or will they just be basic?
I think they'll probably look a lot like the ones that we see at the Equestrian Center, just vertical slats. I've looked at some of the some of the gates around here. For example, there's a district Vista Firenze, which is right next to Nellie Gale. It's on the corner of Nellie Gale. They have a little logo on the gate, but they just have vertical thing with a little logo on the gates. And, you know, I think we'll make it attractive, but I don't think we're going to make it, we're not going to make it Hollywood.
Oh, come on. You're not going to have it like closed with the leaf, like meeting.
I saw,
Get the outline of the leaf and the inside of the leaf,
That's
and
a
they
good
line
idea.
up.
There we go.
yeah.
Well, this is an exciting project for us. It's one of those long-term projects that will benefit everybody, because everybody in the community uses the gates many times a day. All of their visitors and guests use the gates. The whole process has become, as we started the program talking about, over 10 million people, 10 million access points over the last year. It's got to be
hard to
automated.
believe.
It's got to be made better. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. To think that we're as busy as John Wayne Airport.
Isn't that crazy? So what is the maintenance on an electric gate?
Well, that won't change. It'll be about the same. It's not that bad. I think we spent less than about $40,000 on maintenance so far this year, mainly on call-outs from the company to do adjustments or something like that.
Yeah.
And once in a while, we've had a situation where people run into a gate barrier, and that causes a little bit of expense, but it's not too bad.
So you're going to be using powder-coated steel gates, right?
Yes.
So no painting is involved.
They'll be
Low
black.
maintenance.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. All in the design, which is still underway.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, very exciting. So talk to me about the path ahead.
Yes, the path ahead, of course, is going to involve community input at every step of the way. Through our committee process and through as much communication as we can do in writing on this show and other communication media outreach. First of all, the research that's underway to find the best kinds of designs, and then specifically the design for our community. Integrating what we already have with what we want to add to improve the situation for access. That's very important. We're not going to be tearing up the landscape, and we're not going to be tearing up parts of the gate system that are already working for us and that we've invested in. So after design has been set, we'll develop a request for proposal, and our proposal department will put that out to known quality contractors, get back the bids, compare those bids, select the right one. And again, every step of the way, we'll want input from the community to say, how are we doing? How's it going? This is what it's going to cost, et cetera. This is the timeline, very important. We want to make sure that the community is stepped into this gradually so that people are not inconvenienced. And of course, some areas have only one gate access. So we have to be sure that when that gate is being automated, that it's done very quickly and very efficiently and safely at the same time. So that's kind of the path ahead.
So Allison, what happens with the building where the gate attendants?
We're going to leave it there.
You're not going to take it down?
No, we won't take it down.
The little guardhouses at each gate, yes. Yes, they'll remain.
So they'll remain.
Yes.
First of all, it would be an unnecessary expense. I imagine sometime 30, 40 years from now, they might want to take it down.
Yeah.
Either that or they'd have to refurbish it to make it look good. But we have no plans. Nothing is going to change. Still see the arm. We're going to meter people in so only one person at a time can go through, so that we know that everybody that's coming in is allowed to come in. We won't have the situation where, because of the arms, where two people can sneak in at once or something like that. So we've thought about all of those details.
Did you think about maybe putting a barista in those
A what?
A barista in the gate so everyone can get their
That's a
coffee
good-
coming in.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
revenue source. I like your thinking.
There you go,
Yeah,
there you
that's great.
Well, if you have anything going on for 26
Oh, my
that you can
goodness.
share with us, quickly.
Well,
of
we've got
course.
the big broadband project, and that has
Yes.
impacted a lot of our other spending. And we're going to be spending a larger amount than we have in any year and ever, I think, in 26. And that's going to keep everybody on their toes. And it's going to be a lot of projects that we have to keep in line and
Yes.
not overspend.
Yes, yeah, we have that. We of course have the normal maintenance and construction that goes on, things that wear out or have to be replaced, and we're going for necessities only over the next year. No frills, no nice to have, but not necessary. Strictly basic, strictly repair and replace as needed, as well as do the big broadband fiber optic project. And those, some of those initial test areas will soon be coming online within the next month or so. They'll be doing some beta testing on the new fiber optic system. So.
That's so exciting. Well,
Yes,
I know
it is. Yeah,
front end is
5G. 5G instead
crazy.
of it's like a fire hose instead of an eyedropper
Yeah.
coming into the home.
well, a lot goes in on the front end, but
Yes.
once these projects are completed, it's
They
going to
last-
be a
yes,
sign of
exactly.
relief.
They last for decades.
Right.
These are permanent improvements.
Right.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you two for joining me today.
Thank you.
Allison, Egon, thank you.
Nice to be.
Thank you. Bree.
Great update.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.
The Laguna Woods History Center, the only purpose-built local history archive in Orange County, has been capturing the legacy of our community since 1977. As a nonprofit dedicated to preserving today for tomorrow, we collect, conserve, and share the history of Laguna Woods Village, the city of Laguna Woods, and the surrounding Orange County region. Step into the past and connect with the present at your community archive. Whether you're curious about local milestones, searching for historical documents, or exploring treasured artifacts, the History Center is your gateway to the stories that shape Laguna Woods. The Laguna Woods History Center is a separate building adjacent to the Village Library. We are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or by appointment. Visit us and find your place in history.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Let's take a look at Friday's movie preview, Strictly Ballroom. This is brought to us by Harvard Eye Associates. It's being shown at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles. Let's take a look at today's weather, folks. It's going to be a high of 78 degrees, low of 65. Hopefully that haze will burn off and the sun will bring all of its beautiful glory. It should by Monday at least. We might be in for a stretch of some cooler days before we reach some summertime temperatures again. And that's going to do it for this episode of This Day. From all of us here, we wish yours a beautiful one. I will see you tomorrow.